What's going on, YouTube fam? Today we're continuing our journey through all of the 5 minor pentatonic boxes, and today we've got box number 4 and 5 licks for you to check out. Now, the tabs for these licks can be had in a link in the description down below. Hey, and just as a real quick refresher on box 4, just to make sure you've got that fingering down, the fingering is as such. Starting on the 6th string, the low E string, we're gonna go 12-15. Then we're gonna do 12-15 on the A string, 12-14 on the D string, 12-14 on the G string. We're gonna go 13-15 on the B string, and then 12-15 on the high E string. Now for the licks. Lick number 1. Now that one involves a couple of cool little techniques in it. We kind of have like this little sweep arpeggio because there's an A minor triad built right into that shape. Really, it's kind of like an A minor 7 arpeggio by the time you hit that 15 on the high E string. And then as you're coming down, as you get near the end of the lick, you're going to notice that the use of those side-by-side notes on the G and the D string, 14th fret with the ring finger, that could be a tricky little movement right there if you're not used to it, but with a little bit of practice, you'll start to get the hang of it. You can almost kind of sweep your way through that portion depending on how fast you need the lick to be. The lick number 2 has a 1.5 bend, 14th fret on the G string, as well as part of a descending sequence, like this. Now I'll slow it down. Lick number 3. Now that one to me is a little bit interesting because it's got part of a sequence that it starts off with, and then you've got to jump to the 12th fret, and I tend to use my index and my middle finger to bend that 12th fret on the G string up before jumping back down like that. Lick number 4 is a little bit more on the melodic side and not as flashy or as technical. Here's lick number 5. That's a pretty straightforward lick right there. I find though that I use that kind of little lick idea in a lot of different scenarios. Now, if you play this instrument long enough, you start to realize that you can run out of ideas. And I find that a lot of my idea inspiration comes from learning other players' licks, but also sometimes just sitting around, noodling in a given position on the guitar and trying to come up with different note combinations, different rhythmic combinations, and things like that. And let me just give you a bit of advice though. When you come up with a lick that you really like the sound of, either record it or write it down. I can't tell you how many times I have come up with something I felt was really killer, and then a couple days goes by and I forget it. All right, guys, let me know what you thought of these 5 licks in the comments down below. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. If you found value in this video, give me that thumbs up. Be on the lookout for a follow-up video with an additional 5 licks in box 4 And until next time, keep rocking on.